He's responsible for $100 billion in real estate assets across 5 continents. Blackstone's John Gray runs the single largest real estate platform in the world. I asked him if being the biggest operator is ever a detriment, if any organization that large is doomed to fail. Here's what he told me.
We always remember what our business is, which is delivering great returns for investors. And that starts with investment discipline. And then overlaid on that, there's an entrepreneurial spirit to the place, which is, where is there a new opportunity? Is it in Japanese residential or pan-European logistics or U.S. retail because everyone's negative about the internet? There's a push to find things both in terms of time or geography that are different. And you've got to promote people who share that sort of drive and energy.
As far as internet, you said that. I have to come back to this, especially where it concerns Europe. I was just listening to Airbnb's founder say they have 80 million listings now worldwide. So this is a huge number. It's up something like 8 times since 2012. What does this mean when you think about Hilton or any of the other properties that you work on in the hotel space?
So I think what Airbnb has done is incredibly innovative, and I think they're going to be a major player for a long time to come. That being said, the hotel business is still very strong, and there's room for, I think, multiple players, multiple forms of distribution. If you look at Airbnb specifically, it tends to be virtually all leisure-oriented, tough to get business travelers in that model to stay in homes and apartments. It also tends to be quite focused in markets where there's very high room rates. You're not going to go to a small town. You're less likely to do that where the room rates in the hotels are low. So its focus and impact's greater in certain places. And I just also point out, as a general matter, the U.S. hotel industry, highest occupancy right now it's ever had in its history. So despite phenomenal growth of Airbnb, the hotel industry is doing really well. We think branded hotel companies have a big way to go. Hilton in particular today has 720,000 rooms, but it's got another 250,000 rooms in its pipeline. It's growing very quickly, as fast as it ever has. So I think Airbnb is a real force, but I think this is a big industry with very bright prospects.
As far as taking a bigger picture, just the way that technology is changing every single business. So we just talked about how technology is changing the hotel business, at least as far as consumer and leisure travelers. How do you see it as far as commercial space? I mean, do companies need as much physical space as they did in the past?
So that would be one negative potentially from technology. If you think about the old days at a law firm, they had books and cases and storage files. That's all disappeared. It's all gone up to the cloud. So that's a negative, that densification of storage, but also of people. It's just easier, and a space like this will end up being much more open than traditional office space. On the positive side, though, there seems to be this re-urbanization trend where people are coming back into cities. You don't have to go out to northern New Jersey and have some whopper supercomputer. You've got a device in your hand that has more power than that device had. And so you're seeing in markets like New York City, lots of companies coming back in. It's happening in Chicago as well. Just to give you a sense, in northern New Jersey today, the vacancy rate's something like 24% for office buildings. In Brooklyn, it's 6%. The rents in Brooklyn are 2.5 times as high. So people want to work physically together, but they're choosing now to do more in urban areas. Same thing in Chicago. We bought the Willis Tower, the second tallest building in the U.S. Part of that's because we're seeing tenants move back downtown, companies like Walgreens, United, and that trend seems to be accelerating. So I think technology is changing things, but people still need to work together.
Blackstone's global head of real estate, John Gray.